This week we're looking at lies, myths that we sometimes believe when it comes to spiritual maturity, us maturing as believers. Now, I want to really and try and bring a balance this week because these things really are important that I'm talking about. They help us to mature, but we need to guard against thinking and believing that these things will automatically mature us in life. We still need to be intentional. And what I want to look at today is also something that I think a lot of people believe and a lot of people really misunderstand. What I want to focus on today, the myth I want to talk about is trials automatically cause us to mature. You see, trials, challenges, problems can definitely help us to become stronger. They can help us to mature. But we need to understand that problems don't come from God. God can work all things together for our good, but it's not the one who sends problems to make us stronger. Think about if you're a parent, will you intentionally send a problem to your child to make them stronger? Of course not. Now, when they go through a challenge, as a parent, you help them to learn from it and to allow it to make them stronger. But you're not the one who causes the problem. So we need to understand that. But we also need to understand that trials and challenges and tribulation won't automatically make us stronger. If it automatically made us stronger, then the people who faced the most problems and trials in life would be the strongest among us today. And I think we all know that that is not the case. Sin problems can also break people. So it's important to understand this. Yes, when we use our faith in God during a problem and we trust in Him, that it can make us even stronger and it can mature us. But it's not going to happen automatically. Let's see what the Bible says. The Bible tells us in James 1 from verse 2 to 4, dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy, for you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete in needing nothing. So we see here that James is saying when we face troubles, we can consider it an opportunity to rejoice. Why? Because it has the opportunity of maturing us. But he's saying that it's our faith during a trial that will make us stronger. It's our trust in God during a challenge that will mature us. It's not the problem itself. You see, problems won't automatically mature us. When we face challenges, it's important to trust God, to look to Him, and to continually spend time in His Word, focus on the Lord. Then we can become stronger through it. And in James 1 verse 12, he also says, blessed is the man who endures temptation. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people have read that and thought, blessed is the man who experiences temptation. But he says there, blessed is the man who endures temptation, who goes through it, who allows God to bring them through. So trials are really like weights. You have to apply them, use them to become stronger. It's not just going to make you stronger automatically. So yes, what James is saying here is good news. He's saying as believers, when challenges come, let's rejoice. Let's be reminded that God is so much bigger than any problem we could ever fix. Jesus said in this world we won't have tribulation, but rejoice because He already overcame the world. So let's remember that. And let's also rejoice knowing that when we face challenges, it can help us to become even stronger and to mature as believers. But it will only happen if we remain faithful in keeping our eyes on Jesus and we choose to trust Him. So today I would encourage you, if you face challenges, rejoice, but keep your eyes on Jesus, and that will make you stronger through a trial. You are highly favored and deeply loved.